Merhaba. Now that you know four case endings, I'll discuss how you can use them with certain verbs. And I picked specific verbs that are used with specific case endings. And these are the verbs that can help you express your likes and dislikes. Okay? So the first one is nefret etmek. I started with this very strong verb to hate, right? So it is very specific and it takes ablative. Okay? Biberden nefret ediyorum. I hate peppers. Böceklerden nefret ediyorum. I hate bugs. As you see, I use present continuous for these sentences, although likes and dislikes are habitual things that, they don't change every day. But Turkish allows you to do that. Present continuous tense can be used for habitual things, or like expressing likes and dislikes, like this, okay? I use words for my first sentences, biber, böcek, these are nouns. You can always use infinitive verbs to express likes and dislikes about an action, right? You like doing something or not doing something. For nefret etmek, let's say spor yapmaktan nefret ediyorum. I hate doing sports. You see that how I kept the infinitive form, yapmak, and just added ablative to it. Spor yapmaktan nefret ediyorum. Ders çalışmaktan nefret ediyorum. I hate studying. I hope it's not the case. So yes, so nefret etmek is used with ablative. There's another verb I'm going to talk about which also uses ablative but has a quite different meaning. And this is hoşlanmak. Hoşlanmak is to like something. Bir şeyden hoşlanmak. Again, it takes ablative. Müzikten hoşlanıyorum. I like music. Müzik dinlemekten hoşlanıyorum. I like listening to music. Okay? And another one I will use, this one is bayılmak. Bayılmak literally means to faint. But in this case, you like something so much that you feel like fainting, okay? You're basically crazy about it, okay? Kahveye bayılıyorum. Oh, you see that? It takes the dative case. Kahveye bayılıyorum. You can always use an action. Kahve falı bakmaya bayılıyorum. I like fortune telling, right? So just like the other two, but this one takes dative. Bayılmak. Very strong. Okay. Finally, ilgilenmek. It's not that strong. It means being interested in. And this one takes commutative. Tenisle ilgileniyorum. I'm interested in tennis. Dil öğrenmekle ilgileniyorum. I'm interested in learning languages. So if you ask me if you know whether or not you can use these verbs for expressing likes and dislikes for a person, because I haven't used anything like that in my examples, you can do that. And you absolutely can express your hatred towards a person. Ali'den nefret ediyorum. It's a very strong sentiment. But when you say Ali'den hoşlanıyorum, I like Ali, this can mean, yes, you like this person for some reason, but it can also means that you like this person romantically. It has that meaning too. So watch out when you say that as well, okay? So when you say senden hoşlanıyorum, that would mean I like you, okay? So if you use ilgilenmek, şeyle ilgileniyorum, it's the least committed ones if you ask me, because you're interested in this person for some reason. Yes, it can be romantic, but this is not the first thing people are thinking about. İlgileniyorum, yes, you can be interested or like pay attention to a child. Çocukla ilgileniyorum, meaning you're watching this child. So it is very versatile in terms of like expressing interest. Okay, so these are the nuances between these bayılmak, hoşlanmak, and ilgilenmek. Okay. Uh, okay, now let's talk about using these verbs with or case endings. Sorry, using the case endings with the possessives and compounds. Okay. Earlier, when I was discussing locative case or the possessives and compounds, I combined them too because you knew the locative case, only the locative case then. Now you know three more. So you can ask me like what happens when I use the dative or the commutative with the possessive. Let's look at them. I'm going to use the compounds first. For instance, mercimek çorbası, lentil soup. Mercimek çorbasına bayılıyorum. Dans dersinden nefret ediyorum. I hate the dancing class. So as you see, as in the dative, like mercimek çorbasına bayılıyorum, or the ablative, dans dersinden nefret ediyorum. These are just like the locative case. They take the N buffer, which is stressable, çorbasına, dersinden, right? So you say the ne. So, you know, that's not going to change for the dative and ablative cases. But let's see what happens with the commutative. Afrika tarihiyle ilgileniyorum. Türkçe diliyle ilgileniyorum. You see that nothing changes with the commutative. All right, so yeah, here you go. Commutative doesn't change. It doesn't take the N buffer. Just like the nouns, it takes the Y buffer. Let's use possessives now. Annemin pastasına bayılıyorum. I am crazy about my mother's cake. Ali'nin arabasından nefret ediyorum. I hate Ali's car. So the same thing, right? The N buffer pops up, but with the commutative, kuşların diliyle ilgileniyorum. I'm interested in the language of birds. The Y buffer stays. Okay, so it's something that you should remember. All right, so you have a lot of information in this video, so please make your own sentences now in each case, and try to use real life situations, your own sentences. It really helps learning the details and remembering them. Okay, all right, kolay gelsin, derste görüşürüz.